Hey guys, what's up? Keith Horgan back with my friend Jake Fellows. Episode 4 of the Footy Philosopher podcast. And in the next couple of days, we're probably going to be recording in person, so that's going to be cool. Look forward to that. So today, we're going to talk about England's Euro hopes and what their squad might look like. Jake, you're a big England fan, so.
Huge England fan.
You think they have a good shot to win it this year?
Yeah, I would say so. I'd say this is our best time to win it. I think that of all the players we've ever had in our past teams, this looks like our strongest team actually, with the young players coming through right now.
Yeah, and honestly, there's so many young players coming through that there are going to be some really good players missing out on spots this year for
Yeah,
England, I think.
definitely.
Um, did you see Jamaica's trying to poach like 10 England guys?
Really?
Yeah, they're looking at Mikel Antonio because he's been capped, but only in friendlies.
Okay.
Um, Max Aarons, they asked, I think, but he said no because he's still so young, and I think he
Yeah,
will eventually get an England call up.
yeah.
And then they got, I think, a couple of guys from Newcastle and a player from Rangers. But
Oh wow.
yeah, pretty crazy from them. They did that once in the 90s, I think, though. Got like a bunch of English
Yeah,
guys from Jamaican descent and had them play.
yeah. I could see Antonio doing that too, because he's
Yeah, I
probably
mean,
not going to get a call, and he is really good.
yeah, and I mean, if it wasn't for his age, I think he should be called up. That's the only thing that's stopping him, I think, because you have these players like Watkins, Calvert-Lewin, that their ceiling is much higher just because they
Yeah,
have so much time left, you know?
definitely.
Yeah. So what do you think the team might look like? They take what, 26-man squad this?
Is it 26 to 24? 26?
I think it might be 26 because of COVID. I know,
Yeah, makes sense actually.
yeah. Um, so who do you think goes for keepers? Probably Pickford gets in, obviously.
Yeah, Pickford probably. Even though I don't think he really should, I just think like he did a really good job in the World Cup for us. But I mean, I don't think he's good enough as seen this season in the Premier League. But
Yeah.
Southgate also doesn't really like to change a lot of things. He's pretty conservative, so I'd say he's going to take Pickford, and then I'm assuming,
Pope and
uh,
Henderson, maybe.
yeah, probably Pope and Henderson, who
Yeah.
deserve it. I think both. I think Pope's really, really, really good.
Pope keeps that Burnley team in games. I mean that
Yeah, for
Burnley team.
sure.
It's not just him. That Ben Mee is an amazing defender. He's
Yeah, their defense is
also a guy
really
that's
good.
never gonna get called up really, but he's so good. He's the reason why Michael Keane and
Yeah,
Tarkowski looked
yeah.
so good, and Keane got the move to Everton. But then
He's
hopefully
really
Pickford
good,
didn't look
Ben
great.
Mee. Yeah,
Ben
yeah,
Mee's amazing.
yeah. So
Yeah,
those are definitely the three keepers that I'm saying.
yeah. Honestly, out of those three, I don't even think Pickford would be my number two. I
Oh no, Pickford wouldn't even get in the squad for me personally.
Yeah, I'd play probably Pope as the number one just
Me
because he's a
too.
bit more experienced and he knows how to
Yeah,
command a defense. Henderson's still a little young. That's really the only thing I think that gives Pope the edge over him.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but yeah, I'd have Henderson as the backup, honestly. I wouldn't have Pickford. As good as he looks sometimes, he'll look awful at other
yeah.
times.
Really bad. Like I don't have any trust in him really, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, he did look pretty decent today against Chelsea.
Yeah,
He gave up that penalty, but you can't really fault him for that.
yeah,
He had to come out. That was the right thing to do. But
yeah, definitely.
yeah, and then right back, you guys. Well, Trent's probably going to get the start, and then you have Kyle
Yeah,
Walker, Trippier, um, Max Aarons, Wan-Bissaka, who won't probably get a look in.
yeah.
And do you know that guy at Rangers who's killing it this year, James Tavernier?
No.
He's 28.
Oh, he's that
Like
old?
yeah, he came through from Newcastle, but bounced around a bit and then moved over to Rangers with Scotland.
Okay.
And with Steven Gerrard, he's doing really, really well. He's
Really?
probably yeah, he's arguably their best player from right back too.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and he probably won't get a look in though, just because he plays in Scotland, I think.
Yeah, and I'm sure Southgate's not looking at him as much.
Yeah,
Yeah. Plus, that's like probably one of the worst positions too. But yeah, I'd probably say that it'll be Trippier, Alexander Arnold, and Walker because those have been seen in the past. He really likes Trippier actually. Southgate. He really rarely takes him out of the lineup.
Yeah, Trippier has actually been doing pretty well since he came back with Atletico. You know, he had that ban because he told his
Yeah,
friends to
to bet
bet
on
on
something,
his
right?
move.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on his move from Tottenham to Madrid.
That's actually pretty funny.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, he's doing really well, and he's also like experienced in that England squad.
Oh
Remember,
yeah, hugely.
was
Yeah.
that was at the World Cup,
Yeah.
right? When he scored that free
He
kick?
scored the free kick in the semifinal. Yeah.
That was a great goal.
Yeah, it was incredible. Yeah, and he was actually probably one of my favorite players in the World Cup. He was one of our best players for sure. Like going forward, and he was good defensively actually.
Yeah,
And on
he's
set pieces, he was really good. Corners and free kicks.
yeah. I think that might be what keeps Wan-Bissaka out of the squad is that
Yeah.
he's hands down I think the most sound fullback that they have defensively, but it's just he doesn't give that um end product going forward really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But for me, I think like I would definitely want Basaka in the squad because he's just different than the other fullbacks where we have a lot of attacking fullbacks and
Mhm.
we also switch to a three sometimes. And I feel like he'd be a perfect option for
Yeah.
either a defensive four or put him in the three.
Yeah, I honestly think he could do the same job that Walker does in the three, play like as that
Yeah.
right-sided
Yeah.
center back, and because he's better than Walker defensively. Like,
Oh yeah, for sure.
yeah, but the one thing you see a lot of with Wan-Bissaka is how good he is one-on-one defensively. You know,
Yeah,
down
you
the
can't get past
sidelines.
him. You literally can't get
Yeah,
past him.
I'd be really interested to see how he plays in the middle when he's kind of not forcing players out to the
Yeah. Yeah.
sideline and getting in as many one-on-one situations. But he reads the game pretty well.
Oh yeah,
He
incredibly.
he has lapses sometimes, but his speed makes up for it.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
He almost like gives them a come here, you could take that space and tricks them and literally just reads it perfectly.
yeah, and I think he's so aggressive that like sometimes he's a little over aggressive, but he's just turns around and goes right back on you, and he's faster than most players
Yeah.
he comes up against, especially when like a winger has the ball, he's faster. So yeah, he's able to do that. Like he can kind of get away with it, where a guy
Yeah.
like Maguire would never get away with that.
No, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I really wish he was in the squad, but honestly, a lot of the old England players are like I've seen they really want him in there. So maybe somehow Southgate will fit him in the squad. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I think because if he keeps on getting left out, he's just gonna say like "fuck it"
Yeah,
and
he's not gonna
go
give
to
England
yeah, he's
yeah.
gonna play for the DR Congo, I think, because I don't blame him honestly. He's in the discussion for best right back in the league,
Yeah.
and he can't get into the England team.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
Yeah,
And for me, like I really don't want Trent Alexander-Arnold to play like to start. He's I know he's good going forward, but it's not even like it makes up for the how bad he is defensively. Like for me, he's that bad right now defensively. He's getting beat so easily in almost every game, so often, causing Liverpool like bad mistakes.
yeah. Well, that whole Liverpool team is kind of
Yeah, they're a mess right
going
now.
through it right now, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
But they're looking like they honestly might not even get Champions League this
I
year.
know. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, and they lost to Fulham,
Yeah,
right? Yeah, at the
Fulham
weekend.
1-0. Yeah.
I almost, I had a weird feeling. I was like, I think Fulham's gonna beat Liverpool.
My
And
dad said the same thing actually,
and yeah, I didn't do anything with that though, but I
because
should
they're
have.
both opposite ratings. Like Liverpool's overrated right now, and Fulham's massively underrated right now.
Yeah, Fulham
They
is
play
really good.
good. They play good.
They played good football, and they've gotten unlucky a lot too.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
I mean, I'm interested to see if they make it through this season because
Yeah,
they're one of those teams where it's like those spots where you don't really know. It's gonna probably
yeah.
be decided on like last day. Sorry, this is starting to come up. It like tipped over, and I'm just trying to take it off at this point. Um, there. Yeah. It's Sheffield's definitely down now though. It's gonna be
Yeah, there. Yeah.
Sheffield, either like Fulham or Brighton probably, and West Brom go down.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at the table right now. Yeah, I can't really see Fulham going down, honestly. Like, I mean, I guess I can because there's only,
There's only
I mean, there's
10
10
games
games
left,
left, but which is kind of a lot, actually.
and they probably play some tough opposition in those games.
Yeah, and they're also a game. They've played a game more than Newcastle and Brighton, which is really bad
Yeah,
for them. But yeah, it's gonna be definitely close. I really hope Newcastle goes down of all of them. I think they're really boring. And I kind of like watching Brighton and Fulham, and I think they have
yeah.
good players.
The only really fun player to watch on that Newcastle team is Saint Maximin.
Yeah,
Like he's just fun. He's like that Wilfred Zaha type player, like in a pretty bad team, to be honest. But
terrible. Yeah,
he's got like that flair, and he'll give you a couple of exciting moments where it's like not
yeah,
terrible to watch the team.
yeah. And if they go down, I'm sure him and Callum Wilson will definitely go somewhere.
Oh yeah, I definitely think so. And their keeper would probably lead to Dubravka.
Yeah, he's actually good. Actually, their
He
backup's really good too.
Darlow, yeah, he's
Yeah,
really
he's
good.
really good.
Yeah. And then do they have anyone else that's decent? Not
Not
really.
that
I
I could
mean,
think of really,
Shelby's
no.
like a good player
Yeah,
on
he
that team, but
yeah,
they have a
Ryan
lot of
Fraser's okay.
yeah, they have a lot of those like um, the English, Irish, Scottish
Yeah,
guys that just
they
kind of
do.
float around the league.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then center back pairings for England,
Uh,
Maguire and Stones.
McGuire's definitely gonna play for sure.
Yeah. Stones gets in the squad. I
Yeah, I
figured.
would definitely say Stone should start obviously right now because he's
And
doing
then
so well.
Gomez he might be back by then, right?
And usually Mings will get in the squad usually.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see if Gomez gets in because he won't really have
Me
a lot
too,
of
honestly.
what?
I said, yeah,
Yeah.
me too. I'm not.
Oh,
I wonder if he's gonna get in the squad,
because
honestly.
he won't have much time coming back from injury.
No, yeah,
Yeah, and then Michael Keane, you think he probably gets in just as some cover,
yeah. I think, yeah,
and Tarkowski maybe.
maybe. I kind of like Tarkowski, honestly.
He's a good player. That Burnley has a lot of good players, but I think it's like they won't necessarily shine if they go to another team. But in that system, Sean Dyche just has everyone like such a well drilled team. They're going out to do a job.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. You're right.
he's a good manager. I like him.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
are a little boring to watch, but they definitely have that plan in mind to do that. That's why it might be boring, but it
yeah.
definitely is their plan to do it.
But also with those teams that don't have like a ton of money and stuff, you kind of need
Yeah,
to
you
do that.
can't really. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
that Burnley team as they're not like uh fun team to watch in the way that like you're gonna be on the edge of your seat like watching
Yeah,
some really good dribbles and goals and stuff. But I love watching them just because they're just so like strong on the ball
yeah.
all the
Really
time. They're just like
physical.
a brick house of a
They
team.
are. They're
Yeah.
physical and well structured, and like they're definitely not an easy team to beat for sure.
No, I think they'll be in the Prem for a long, long time.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
they've already been up here for pretty long.
yeah.
I'm not sure how many years it's been, but yeah. And then
They
left
are
back,
actually in a pretty dangerous spot, actually, now that I'm looking.
right now they
Because,
are, but they've had
yeah,
a tough run of games recently.
yeah,
They're what is it? They're 4 points above the relegation zone.
yeah. With a game, the other two teams have a game in hand now.
Yeah. Um,
So, we'll see
but
what
everyone
happens
in the
there.
bottom three doesn't have a game in hand.
Yeah,
So yeah. Honestly, Southampton could be in a tricky spot after Danny Ings went down this weekend.
yeah, so,
Yeah, but Che Adams is a good backup. He had a really good goal this weekend too.
yeah, it was
That
really
was
nice.
amazing.
It was.
Yeah. Left back for England, Ben Chilwell or
Yeah.
Luke Shaw, who I'd
For
start
me,
Shaw.
I'm taking Shaw.
Shaw's had an amazing season this year.
He's so underrated.
Yeah, I think everyone kind of wrote him off after he came back from injury, and I think a big part of that was Jose Mourinho because
Yeah,
he was such a bad manager for like a player in Shaw's situation coming back after a almost career-ending injury. And he
Yeah,
comes back into the team, and the manager's like, "Oh yeah, he can't do anything. Like I can only play him in this half because I need to be on the sideline yelling at him what to do."
yeah,
Like that's just so fucking bad for a
yeah,
player's confidence and stuff, especially when you're coming back from injury. You kind of need a boost of confidence, if anything. You don't need
exactly.
to
Yeah,
be like knocked down a peg again. But
yeah,
and now you've seen what happens when a manager puts his trust in him. Like always let him pretty much keep that left back spot. And he brought some competition in with Alex Telles, and it looked like Brandon Williams could have maybe taken the spot for him last year. But I think that's just made him get better, honestly.
yeah, definitely. You know, for I think honestly for me that he's the best left back in the league right now.
Yeah, well, I mean, because
He's so good.
Robertson hasn't had a great year.
No, not a,
And
yeah.
if you look in that Man City team, like Zinchenko's
Yeah, he's
the
like their
one.
one weak link, if anything, honestly.
Yeah, and then Ben Chilwell hasn't done as well since he moved to Chelsea as he was last
Yeah,
year.
not as well at all. Yeah. And Shaw, it's not even that people aren't playing as well. He's playing so well. Even going forward, like
Yeah,
he's doing so well.
that's the biggest thing. I think he's really upped his game going forward,
Yeah.
and
And he's more passionate than I think people think. Like he's full on every tackle. He's in hard. He's also fast too.
yeah. There was that game a couple of weeks ago. I can't remember who it was against, but do you remember Rashford got like tackled kind of down on the sideline near the corner, and it went out for a throw, and
Yeah, yeah,
Luke
yeah.
Shaw just goes
Yeah.
and bodies the guy after it's out, and it's basically like, yeah, don't touch Rashy. Like,
Yeah, I remember what you're talking about.
yeah, he's
He doesn't take shit, honestly.
no, he's and he backs his teammates too, like,
Yeah.
which is good because, well, you don't really need as much now, but remember back in like when we were younger, like the Roy Keane, Patrick Vieira,
Yeah.
Lampard, Gerrard, all those midfielders, there'd be fights every game, and like you,
Yeah.
every player would just run over, and it would just be a big like shoving match for a couple of minutes,
Yeah.
basically. Yeah,
Yeah, no, I would love to see him starting for England.
yeah,
I have a lot of confidence and trust in him.
yeah, and yeah, he's always been decent defensively, but going forward, he couldn't really do much, and now he's he takes our corners now.
Yeah.
Like what the
Yeah.
he's
He
just gotten
also
so much better at putting
like
balls in.
he never loses the ball. There's a lot of situations where he has the ball in tight spaces and he does really well in them.
Yeah, I mean, he might not like go and beat a player, but he'll make a good pass sideways just to
Yeah.
keep possession, which is what you need out of your
Yeah,
defenders.
that's what you need. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Um. So then, in the midfield for England, who do you think gets in? Rice, probably, right?
Yeah, in the squad definitely.
Yeah.
Um
Henderson.
Definitely Henderson. He'll probably be 100% start Henderson, I'd say, like in that defensive area. And then Grealish is definitely gonna play now. I think that's already put in the team. Grealish is gonna start now. And
Yeah.
then I'm
Mount
not
probably
yeah,
gets in
probably
because
Mount, yeah.
yeah,
And then I'm not really sure if Madison's gonna be in there, but I'd like to see Madison in there
he
because he's had a
just
good
took a
season.
knock too. I think.
Oh yeah, that's right
Yeah,
actually.
but
Do we know how long is he out or something? Like
he's out for a bit. I know Harvey Barnes is out longer. I think. Um,
okay. Yeah.
yeah, and then
But yeah,
Jesse
well I would like
Lingard he could make a run for getting
dude,
a spot now.
even in the last World Cup,
He
Lingard
was really
was one
good.
of our best players.
Yeah,
He scored like 4 goals or 3 or 4 goals, I want to say. And well, like it wasn't like he wasn't like a meme then either. Like people weren't like he was known to be like a good player at the time.
well, that was when he had that run with us where like anytime we had a cup final or we played at Wembley, I was like, start Jesse, he's gonna get us a goal. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, that kind of started right at the end of Louis Van Gaal's
Yeah.
reign. I think we went to NYCFC game, I think, right? And
Yeah.
then we're like watching the FA Cup final on our phones last
Yeah.
night. Yeah, James Madison, there's like no timeline for his return
Okay.
yet. and Harvey Barnes is out 6 weeks.
Yeah, I'm
So
not that worried about Barnes because I don't. He is playing really well, but just that spot is just too hard. Especially he's just not at like Grealish and Madison's level.
yeah,
But yeah,
well,
I'm that'd be kind of crazy if Lingard got called up to England. I don't know if it'll happen, but I mean
yeah,
he scored in what like out of 4 games, right?
he scored again today.
Yeah, he scored again today.
And I think before that, he had 3 goals and 2 assists in 5 games or
Oh,
something
holy
in his
wow,
first five.
that's nuts.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, he
been
looks
playing really well.
so good,
And the thing is, like, he couldn't get into that Man United team. I think
which
him and
is yeah.
Pereira are decent players, but it was like the fans turned on them after a
The
while.
fans turn on Lingard hard.
Yeah, I mean, like I kind of understand it because he didn't produce for like a year, but also then I heard about all the stuff he was going through in like his personal life. I
Yeah,
think his
yeah,
mom was sick or something, and he was taking care of like his younger brother and sister.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah, he had a
and
lot of shit going on.
yeah, so I I think this move was really good for him though. I think he
Oh
came
yeah,
with a
incredible.
fresh.
And you see how fit he is?
Yeah, which
He's
is
like,
crazy because he's barely gotten any game time, and
I
he's
know.
playing 90 minutes like every week
Yeah,
for
yeah.
less
I
10
saw
minutes.
like something he posted. Like he's been, like he was prepared himself to start for Man U, and like he never got the try, and he was training like crazy every day.
Yeah,
And he looks like I saw him take a shirt off. He looks like he's in good shape, and he's quick. He's quick right now.
yeah. And he never really had that strength before. Like
Yeah.
it was
No. Yeah. Not at all.
mostly like that speed, but now he's fast and put on a bit of muscle and like
Yeah.
he's I think he should
Honestly, that
do a
yeah, that'd be
permanent
really
move to
cool
West
to
Ham.
be I honestly would like to see him being in the squad. I
I
don't
mean,
think it's gonna happen with a manager like Southgate, but
yeah,
that
I
I
mean on
wouldn't mind
current
that.
form, you can't really say there's anyone better than
No,
him.
definitely not.
Oh, Foden's getting in the team too,
Oh
definitely.
yeah, shit, Foden. Yeah, Foden's 100%. Actually hope he starts. He's looked like one of the best players for Man City. He's insane.
Yeah.
Like, he's crazy good. He's definitely gonna get in the squad. It's just gonna be interesting to see who starts in all this thing because there's so many good players.
Yeah. And they have like people there's no spots where it's really they have a weakness.
No,
I'd
yeah,
say their weakest spot would probably be I was gonna say holding midfielder or wide midfielders, but they
yeah,
got Rashford, Sancho, Sterling.
yeah.
Yeah,
I maybe like center back, maybe.
yeah, you could say that, but with Maguire and Stones have been really, really good this season.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Stone's gonna start. Like I think he should. Everyone probably thinks he should, but Southgate does a lot of he doesn't like to change his starters, so not
Well,
sure.
I think the reason he wasn't starting before kind of was because he wasn't playing much for City, but
Yeah, that's very true.
yeah, now he's playing like week in, week out for City, and he's him and Diaz are the best center
Yeah,
backs
they're
in the league
so
right
good.
now.
They really are.
Yeah, they have a really good team. Like that City team is
Yeah,
miles
they're
ahead of anyone
nuts.
in the league.
Yeah, they
And
really are.
it looked like Liverpool kind of took over from them last year, but I think just the
Yeah,
depth that they have, it's so tough to compete
yeah,
with because if they have players go out, they're fine.
yeah. That's the thing. Exactly.
And like the
Liverpool,
players coming in
Liverpool
are
can't
just
do
as
that.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You're right.
Liverpool is like they're 6 unbeaten at Anfield now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. 6. That's crazy.
Yeah. And they didn't they almost set like the record for most games unbeaten at home?
I thought they did,
Or they did.
and that was at 5, I think.
Yeah.
And then they lost again at home to Fulham.
Yeah. And they've lost to some like not great teams. They lost to Brighton, right?
To yeah, Brighton, Fulham,
Brighton,
Burnley.
Fulham, Burnley. They're tough
Like
teams to break down, but like with a front three of Salah, Mane, and Firmino, that
yeah,
shouldn't be a problem.
I know. I can't believe how different those three look right now. It's actually kind of crazy.
Yeah, and it's weird because like the injuries are hurting Liverpool in the back line, but their front three is like being
Yeah,
hurt massively from this. They're just performing much, much worse.
yeah,
It doesn't make sense really, but they have good players too. Even if they needed people to come in for those three, like they have Diogo Jota.
Yeah,
Who would they have? Do they have Origi still? Yeah, he's a decent
yeah,
striker.
yeah.
He's
He
very
is.
underrated.
Yeah, he is pretty good.
Him and Batshuayi, I think, didn't really get the best chances at Liverpool and Chelsea, and they're good players though.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, they're in eighth place right now, and like it's like, oh, you'd be like normally you'd be like, oh, it's like that's not a big deal. They'll get out of it, but like they actually don't look like they will at all. Actually, they don't even look like they're gonna make the Europa League.
No,
They
especially
only have 10 games left. They look terrible right now.
yeah, especially with the form that Chelsea's hit. Like
Yeah,
they're probably going to take that fourth spot. They
yeah.
could take
Chelsea would make top four for sure. I think now.
yeah, and yeah, Liverpool's behind. They'd have to overtake West Ham, who have 2 games in hand,
Yeah,
Tottenham, who have a game in hand, and Everton, who have a game in hand, just to come in
getting
fifth.
Europa. Yeah.
Yeah, and Villa's only 3 points behind them with 2 games in hand.
Yeah, you're right. Wow. Yeah.
That,
Yeah, and if anyone's gonna fall out of the top four, it's probably Leicester actually.
yeah, just because they've gotten hit with injuries now.
Yeah,
But
but Liverpool's not the team that's gonna replace them. If anything, I actually think West Ham, where they look the best.
yeah, well, David Moyes is doing fucking
Yeah, it's
incredible over there.
insane. Yeah,
And it's crazy because after he got sacked at Man United, it looked like his career had just gone down the drain. Like he went to Real
yeah.
Sociedad, got sacked, went to Sunderland, got sacked, went to West Ham. Did he get sacked the first time or did he leave? I think he got sacked.
He might have. Yeah, he might have.
Yeah. And then comes back and now he's doing amazing with them.
Yeah. Actually,
But,
they're actually a game in hand of Chelsea. They're actually gonna go fourth right now if they win their next game, which is it's insane.
yeah. Wow.
That's crazy. And they don't look like they're gonna drop form either right now.
Yeah. I mean, I think the title's kind of decided.
Yeah, the title, it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Who's
11
gonna win
points
it?
ahead.
But the top 4 race is
Yeah,
really
even we're really not out of it, honestly, obviously.
out of what the
Like
title.
we're not, yeah, the top four. We're still not like confirmed, obviously.
Oh no, we're
Yeah.
only 4 points.
Yeah, we're only 4 points.
Place.
Because we just beat Man City, which is nuts, and then we freaking tie Palace and like crap teams.
Yeah, I mean we play West Ham, Tottenham, and Liverpool and Leicester and Villa again before the season ends. So those are going
That's
to be big games.
so hard, yeah.
Those
West Ham that's tough. Then
yeah.
it's yeah,
And those
yeah.
are all in the league. We play Leicester in the FA Cup also.
Yeah, I'm looking at that now, yeah.
Yeah. So
Man.
that's gonna really decide it though, because those are gonna be like 6 point games because
Yeah.
Those head to head matchups really decide everything.
Yeah, and that's why I don't. It pissed me off that we lose to like we tie Brighton. I mean, the Palace. Like that's so bad.
Yeah. Did you see that Ole's record against Guardiola? He has 4 wins.
Yeah.
I think like
Yeah.
1 draw and 3 losses, and he's up on it now because
Yeah.
yesterday decided it was
Just kind of crazy, honestly.
Yeah, and Ole gets so much slate for like not being a good tactician, especially in those big games.
Yeah, he does.
We've kept clean sheets in a lot of those games.
Yeah.
Like, sure, it's been like 0-0 draws, but against those teams those teams are scoring against everyone.
Yeah.
For the most part, I think it's good to get a 0-0 draw. And, it's not great because we can't really take points off them. But
Yeah.
still, it just like keeps us in like keeping it steady in the race, and then we just can't drop points to those lower teams anymore.
I know because we just did West Brom and Palace in the last 3 games. Tied them. That's so bad.
Before that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And that West Ham game is going to be huge.
Yeah.
And the Leicester game, obviously. Yeah.
I wonder if Jesse's loan has a like.
Oh yeah, good point actually.
Play against us because I know
yeah, it's a good point.
Is this the case?
Yeah.
For Diogo Dalot, that's not the case because he's on loan at AC Milan. But we probably didn't put that in because we thought um, we wouldn't be playing them because we would have stayed in the Champions League.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, that's pretty interesting actually.
yeah, but because I know Dean Henderson couldn't play against us last year, I don't
Yeah.
think.
Yeah,
And
you're right.
yeah, that's been the case like sometimes with like other teams as well. They
Yeah.
have their players play on loan. Um, yeah, that happened with Chelsea. Remember when they had, or no, Chelsea didn't have him. When Atletico Madrid had Courtois
Oh yeah, that's right.
in the
Yeah.
Champions League, they
Yeah.
came up against each other, and I think Atletico actually had to pay Chelsea for each leg that they used Courtois against
That's
them.
so weird.
Yeah, that those loans always have like weird clauses and stipulations
Yeah,
and
they
stuff
really
like
do.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then up front, England, you figure, well, wide players, Sancho, Rashford, Sterling,
Yeah.
all get in. Am I missing anyone?
No, I think that's
No,
yes. Rashford,
unless
Sterling,
Hudson-Odoi
Sancho.
gets in, which he could
Yeah.
honestly,
Yeah.
based on the
Definitely
back
again
end
the
of the
squad, but
season.
I doubt he'll start.
No, I don't think he'll start, but I wouldn't be shocked to see him get a call up because Thomas Tuchel actually trusts him a lot.
Yeah, he likes
And
him.
yeah, he's used him in a couple of different roles too, which like he's used him as a wingback kind of, and he's done well there,
Yeah.
which was really surprising because Hudson-Odoi I did not think would be like one of those wingers that could kind of come back and play as a outside back in a back five.
Yeah, not
But
at all.
yeah, and then up front, Kane starts obviously.
Yeah, Kane will definitely
Yeah,
start.
Vardy doesn't get called up anymore, right? He told Southgate unless there's like injury crisis.
Oh, really? I shouldn't see it.
I think he did that in like 2018, like
Yeah.
2 years ago. He told him like unless you're um, in need of a striker because everyone's injured, like I'm good. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
it makes sense. He's kind of old and
Yeah, he is. He
he
is.
plays every game for Leicester.
Oh,
And
yeah. Actually, you're right. I do remember that now. Actually.
yeah. So Kane, Calvert-Lewin gets in.
Yeah, Calvert-Lewin definitely be in the squad.
And Watkins should be in, I think.
Yeah, I can't really think of any other forwards other than those three.
Um,
Oh yeah, because
Tammy, I don't think Tammy.
yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
Oh, how long is Ings out for?
I'm not sure. I think he dislocated his shoulder. Possibly.
Because I would think he would probably get in the squad.
He should definitely. Well, Patrick Bamford too.
Yeah, good point. Actually, yeah,
Um.
yeah, and actually, Calvin Phillips will definitely get in the squad as well. Actually, for holding
Yeah.
midfielders.
Oh, what about Saka and Smith Rowe?
Oh yeah, actually, Saka has been getting in the squad,
Yeah,
but
and he's
I
been
actually I
playing.
don't.
He's
Yeah,
been getting a lot bigger of a role at Arsenal too.
yeah.
So
I'm honestly not a huge fan of him, but Smith Rowe I like a lot. I like Smith Rowe a lot.
I
I don't
think
really like Saka that much, to be honest.
I I like Saka more than Smith Rowe. I think he's more fun to watch because I don't
Okay.
like Arsenal, but
Yeah, true.
he's a bit more like entertaining to watch. But Smith
Yeah.
Rowe's really really good player. Like
Yeah, he is.
you can't really say anything bad about him.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
thing is, the main thing with that, the wingers is like, it's just going to be who starts between Rashford, Sterling, and Sancho. Obviously, Sterling will definitely start, and it's going to be either Sancho or Rashford.
yeah.
And I don't
I
really know
mean,
enough about Sancho's form, honestly, because I'm
he
not
started the
watching
season
him.
slow, but he's actually having an incredible year now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because I'm like biased. I obviously want Rashford to start.
yeah. But I mean, Sancho more so plays on that right hand side.
Yeah, he does. That's the thing. I'm not even sure if he'll even switch Rashford to there.
Yeah,
And Sterling, like you
Sterling
can't
could
not
play
play him. I
both.
don't think. Yeah,
Yeah, Sterling
yeah,
could play both sides though.
yeah. He can for sure.
Yeah, he's pretty versatile.
Yeah, and he definitely is, of those three is the definite starter. Sterling.
Yeah, he's been like a mainstay in that England team for a while now.
Yeah, but either way, any of those three with Kane and then like Grealish behind that's terrifying.
Yeah,
That's really
especially
good.
I think Sancho he doesn't give as much goals, but he'd give you a lot, like in terms of creativity and getting
Yeah,
Keane and Sterling in on goal. I think he'd be a good start. But
yeah,
then
for
you also
sure.
have like Grealish and Foden who could do that as well.
Yeah, true.
Um, do you think England could win this year's Euros?
Yeah, definitely. I think that we're.
Yeah,
I think we're actually still that we're on the books the favorite, which is kind of
I think
crazy.
you might be. Also,
Yeah.
apparently, it might be hosted in England now. Didn't like Boris Johnson? He offered to
Really?
it fully in England because I think
Wow.
the vaccine rates like higher than most other countries in
I
Europe
guess
right
that
now.
kind of makes sense then.
So yeah,
That'd be
but
kind of
there
crazy.
I don't know if there'd be fans though. That's the
Yeah, I would assume probably not, or maybe
yeah.
like very, very limited.
Oh, also, did you see that um England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, I think, all made a joint bid, or well, basically the UK and Ireland made a joint bid to host the 2030 World Cup.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
so
That'd be really, that'd be nice.
if they got that, that would be insane. Because that would be the 2026 one would be here in the US,
No, that'd be so cool,
and
actually.
then the
Yeah.
next one would be over there. And I'd probably just go like
Yeah, I
start
was gonna say you'd
and
definitely go to Ireland then, right?
yeah, I mean, for the Euros, if Ireland made it into this past one and COVID didn't happen and it
Yeah,
took
yeah,
place last summer, I was gonna go, but then they missed out in the playoffs, and I was like, "Fuck it, I don't even go."
yeah.
Uh,
Wow, that'd be really cool, actually. The US and then in like England and Ireland, that'd be really, that'd be sick.
yeah, and they already have like all the stadiums built because I think a big thing is probably they don't want to do it somewhere where they have to build stadiums again because like they've already killed half like I think like 5,000 people in Qatar, like 6,000 died building the stadiums.
Yeah.
See that? That's like that's
Oh
insane to
shit!
me.
Wait, what the fuck happened?
Oh, what's up?
Oh, never mind. I like lagged out for a sec. Wait,
Oh,
can you hear me?
yeah,
Okay, all right. Yeah, that was really weird. Okay.
yeah. But did you see that? That like 6,500 people died building the stadiums in Qatar.
Yeah,
That's fucking
I'm still not really sure how it's gonna how
that's
why that ever is a thing
yeah.
that we're
And like
going there.
10 years ago, everyone knew it was fucked that Qatar got it because like when have they ever been in any sort of tournament?
Literally, it's
Let's
so
let them
weird.
host the World Cup now.
Yeah, it's
Like
absurd.
And then yeah, and Sepp Blatter got didn't he go to prison because of it?
Did he? That's
Yeah,
that's
and like
that's so dumb.
a bunch of FIFA officials like went to prison or got like investigated and stuff, and
Wow.
they're still having it.
Yeah, yeah. Because if they go to prison, then it should be reversed. Then.
It also just doesn't make sense. They have to move it to December.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
That's
Honestly,
when the
it's
leagues
insane.
play. Like
Yeah, it's so
so
dumb.
dumb. But
That's
I
retarded.
yeah, and I don't know what the leagues are gonna do like that
I
year.
know what the hell's gonna happen. Like
Yeah,
that's so weird, actually.
yeah, because you can't. Could you tell your players no?
I
Because
know,
I
like
mean, they
what?
are under contract at your club. They're not like going to
Yeah,
play for the national team. You don't like
that's
sign a
so
contract or
weird.
anything. So yeah, that's gonna be a weird World Cup though to watch.
Yeah,
I'm
that's gonna be really weird.
yeah, I'm not super excited for that. I mean,
Yeah,
I am obviously it's the World Cup, but like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
gonna be a shit show.
It is for sure.
Yeah. Um.
That's gonna be so interesting, actually, to see like what happens.
Yeah. So for the Euros, you think England's gonna win, right?
I say they win.
Who would be like your top three probably?
I'd say I'd say Belgium and I guess France. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I was
I was thinking actually Portugal because they actually looked really good,
yeah.
but in like lately. But
The Netherlands too. Dutch have a
oh yeah,
really good team
Netherlands too. Yeah,
because especially if Van Dijk comes back, then
true.
they have him, Deluxe. They have Depay, Frankie De Jong, Van de Beek. They have a good like young team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I just feel like Belgium and France, like even if they're just like looking at their players, it's just like it's kind of just overwhelming.
Yeah. Especially that Belgium front line, like
Yeah,
Lukaku. Well, Hazard's kind of fallen off a bit this past year, but Lukaku, Hazard, and
which
then
is
you have
so weird. Yeah,
Mertens, the the other Hazard, who's actually doing pretty good now at Dortmund, um, and then Carrasco also,
yeah.
and that midfield is really good too. They have Witzel, De Bruyne. They still call up Musa Dembele, I think, right?
Do they? I'm not sure.
I think
I don't
so.
remember seeing him honestly.
He was one of those players in the Premier League that like,
Tielemans plays starts for them,
oh
right?
yeah, Tillemans. I forgot about him.
Yeah,
Yeah. Um, yeah, but Musa Dembele, do you remember him for
yeah. He
Tottenham?
was a beast.
He was so fun to watch. He was like the complete package, like
Yeah,
skill and flair on the ball, super strong, pretty sound defensively, and then could also like pick out a pass.
yeah,
And he could shoot. He was literally the perfect box to box midfielder for that
yeah.
Tottenham team.
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
Belgium, definitely. The only thing that doesn't convince me about that Belgium team really is their back line.
Yeah,
Like, but because Courtois is a bit shaky time to
yeah,
time.
for sure.
And also Vertonghen and Alderweireld are getting up there in age.
Yeah,
And they lost company a couple of years ago. I don't know. I haven't seen a ton of the Belgian team though recently. Obviously, because there's been like barely any international football since COVID
true.
for the
Yeah,
most part. They've had like
yeah,
two breaks or something, and most of them haven't. They've just been friendlies for the most part. But
yeah. And then with France, it's like
France, that entire
it's just
team,
over. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Like
like
first of all,
Maurice,
Mbappe alone is terrifying. Like he is so good.
yeah.
It's really something else.
Now they have Mbappe, Griezmann,
Giroud
and
usually starts for them. Yeah,
Drew. Also, what's that other guy? Thurman. Do you remember?
yeah, I know him.
Yeah, his dad was insane for France, the fullback. But yeah, Thurman's doing pretty well too. Also, they have Martial, who
Oh yeah, I
I
forgot
don't.
about him.
Yeah, I'm not.
Good player to have in a squad, I guess, but
I,
he definitely won't start.
yeah, they also have that young midfielder, Cam. What is it, Camavinga? Or you know the guy I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know who you're talking
Is
about.
for Stade Rennais, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's really good. He's like
And then yeah,
him, Conte, Pogba,
yeah,
and
that Conte and Pogba, that's insane. And
Pogba
Pogba looks
actually
like
plays for
incredible right
France.
now. Yeah, he plays for
Yeah,
them too.
so it's
Yeah. And
not
they
like
have a good
getting
back line
young.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah,
Kimpembe is really, really good.
yeah. Martial doesn't convince me though. Like he
Not at all.
after the City game, did you see how many people were like saying he looked so good? Uh,
Really?
yeah, people were saying he looked like the old Tony Martial, and I'm like,
He had a
um,
couple of good
he missed a silly
moments,
one.
but
He missed one
yeah,
that he should have put away, like for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Um,
He had like
yeah,
two runs that looked good to me, and that was I wouldn't say anything
and
really good about him.
he won the penalty, didn't he? Or yeah,
Did he?
right? Or he started that move at least. I think he
Yeah.
won it. Yeah,
Like
but
he didn't look he definitely didn't look bad, but like I wouldn't say like, oh, this is exciting.
yeah, he doesn't convince me, especially through
No,
the
not at
middle.
all for me. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't understand why Cavani doesn't start every game as striker.
I don't know either. I mean, we'll talk about that more in like
Yeah,
when
okay,
we add
true,
one.
true.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I don't. We need a striker, like a central striker.
Yeah, yeah.
And Cavani's good for now, but he's not gonna last very long.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So your top three favorites: England,
England,
France, and
Belgium, France, yeah.
yeah. I'll go. I don't want to say England. I really don't. I think France is honestly the number one favorite to win it.
Yeah, I can see it.
Um, then I'd probably go. I don't want to say England, but yeah,
Yeah, it's kind of have to.
yeah, England's in there, and then it's either the Dutch or Belgium.
Yeah,
One of those
definitely.
two would round out the top three for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, England just the thing is England just I've seen them fuck it up enough times in
Yeah.
tournaments where like that's why I don't think they're gonna that's why I don't think
That
they're my
is a
number one
yeah, it's a
favorite.
huge factor, definitely.
Yeah, but those would yeah. This is their best chance. Or in a couple of years maybe when these players develop a little bit, they might be even better, but
Yeah.
like especially if they could build on that World Cup run that they had.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna. I think they're gonna make the quarters, or not the quarters, the semifinals at least.
Yeah, I would definitely think so as well.
Yeah,
Unless they come against like one of the other teams actually, I
yeah.
guess.
That's the big thing. Also, with like, it's hard to pick a favorite before because you
You're
don't
right,
know how
yeah.
they're gonna get matched up in
It's very
the
true. Very
knockout
true.
stages. But that's also what makes it kind of fun to watch because like Croatia made it through to the
Yeah, crazy.
like that was so fun to watch, and
Yeah.
we've seen it like before too. Teams just making insane runs. Like Greece won the Euros in '04, I think. Yeah. So it could happen. And Iceland a couple of years ago did insane. But I I think the top teams are too solid right now for that to happen. I think it's
Yeah.
gonna be one of
Me
the
too.
big boys is probably gonna be taking it home. I'm so sad Ireland didn't make it, but I'm not shocked honestly. They're yeah, it's tough being an Ireland fan.
Yeah.
Especially when our two of our best players are now two of England's best players. So that kind of fucking sucks with Rice and Grealish. But
Yeah.
yeah, but I think they have some decent players coming through. It just depends if they stay at the big clubs they're at or go to
Mhm.
like the championship and just spend their career there. But so frustrating. All right, yeah. So I guess that's that. Um, yeah. So uh, we'll be back probably this week. We'll probably put up another one. I think we're gonna
Yeah.
record again tomorrow.
Yep.
Talk a little bit about Man United, what they need to do to kind of catch City next year, and
Yeah.
yeah. So thanks for listening, guys. It's been the Footy Philosopher Podcast, Episode 4. I'm Keith Forgan, and that's Jake Fellows.
Nice. You got it right.
And yeah, not like last time. And yeah, we'll see you next time.
Later,
Peace.
guys.